Educators have a lot of things on their plates. Administrators are trying to have conversations about, we have 10 things to do, but we can only pay for 5 of them. How are we going to do the things that manage the most?
And what they've done very smartly, I think, is they've sent different trainers to different programs. Several of them have gone to the same courses. I know several trainers have been to the autism spectrum course, as well as the trauma-informed care program.
So as CPI has then been able to bring in materials that kind of talk about, okay, how does this universal intervention relate to students with autism? How does it relate to kids who have had trauma? And some of those pieces, we've been able to kind of tie those things together and do a lot of connection making for people so that they understand that CPI is a philosophy with a set of approaches that go along with it.
They've spread themselves out so that they're developing different expertise in different program areas.
The majority of our additional training has been with the students on our autism spectrum. It's a population of students that's not declining. The numbers are increasing. It's students that are going to be in everybody's classroom.
I think all teachers really have that autism training, regular ed and special ed. Being a regular ed teacher, that it made me have a better understanding of what I work with on a daily basis within my classroom, because those kids are in my classroom.
So they're using those programs, they're incorporating trauma-informed care content, which aligns not only with what their district wants to do, but it also aligns with what the Wisconsin State Department of Education, the Department of Public Instruction has put out there as far as creating trauma-sensitive schools as well.
So we've been really fortunate to be able to do some of the refreshers with PBIS, trauma-informed care, some of the different approaches that CPI has worked with the educational community to talk about what is best practice in education, what are some of the legal mandates that are coming down, how can we combine that with CPI?
And you can say to yourself, okay, we're doing this with our CPI response, this is where it coincides with our PBIS plan. And the overlap is incredible.
PBIS, we're in our 4th year of implementation. We have continued to see a downward trend in our office referrals.
We've always talked about CPI as something that applies to every child, every adult, everybody in our system.
And it just helps us be really supportive and help our kids create and maintain a very positive climate here at our school.
It just creates a culture of care. It creates a standard operating procedure. And I think that they are very good examples and role models of that philosophy of care, welfare, safety, and security.
If you just look at CPI as a standalone program, with the way funding cuts are happening and how everybody is vying for those professional development dollars, I don't think that you're going to get much leverage. But the more that you can tie it into all the other initiatives that are happening in education, the better you're going to do with that, and that's been pretty powerful.